Hello everybody, here we are. We're back for another episode of Sailing Sea-Renity. This week, we have dolphins, food, and a little island time. I take my dad over to Catalina, and we get a much-needed couple-day break. Come join us.
Alright guys, heading off to Avalon. Not a beautiful day today. It's a little overcast, but I'm going to pretty much solo sail this today. I do have a visitor on board. I have my old man. So
this is on the old.
So I'm bringing an 80-year-old guy with me today, and we'll see how he does. But we're going to go over to Avalon for a couple days and hit Avalon one day, and then over to Two Harbors the next day, and hopefully we get the wind to pick up a little bit and get a little bit of some sailing in, but if not, it'll just be motoring along. So we'll see how my dad likes the new boat and how Catalina fares for us. They're right here.
Hey guys.
We're about halfway over, a little bit more than halfway over to Avalon, Catalina Island. Still absolutely no wind. We did try to put up the sails and motor sail for a little bit, but it was just destroying the sails. There was just no reason to keep those up. Seen a ton of dolphins. I think my dad's enjoying himself.
Always
So,
do.
see? Who says you can't be old and salty and still out on the water?
Yeah,
So, yeah. So our plan is to get over to Avalon, maybe take a little jaunt around the town. My dad hasn't. When was the last time you were in Avalon, Dad?
60 years ago?
60 years ago. So I'm sure nothing's changed in 60 years. But we'll go cruise around over in Avalon for a little bit and see what it has to bring. So. Guys, so tonight on Supper on Sea-Renity, I got my dad who's joining us.
Hi,
There
everybody.
he is. He's ready to go. And we're going to do some asparagus on the barbecue. And then we got some pork ribs that we're going to do on the barbecue. And then we're going to do some mashed potatoes. So stick with us and let's make this happen. All right. So we're just cooking the asparagus and the ribs. We got them on the barbecue. Just going to see how it goes. I'm going to put a little bit more seasoning on it. If you know me, you know I love my Montreal steak seasoning. But I already pre-marinated these before I vacuum seal them and freeze them. So I'm just going to add a little bit more seasoning. And there we go. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, looks good to me.
Okay, let's do a little update here. It's been cooking for about 45 minutes. And starting to look pretty good. I think we're almost there. Just about time to start the mashed potatoes. So let's get that started. Okay, so dinner is done. Here we go. We got pork ribs, some mashed potatoes, and some asparagus. And we're just gonna have a nice dinner, enjoy a little movie, and that's it. Thanks. Supper on Sea-Renity. All right, so good night's sleep last night in Avalon. Getting an early morning. Gonna head on up to Two Harbors and look at either anchoring or getting a mooring up there. So gonna make a little breakfast. There's absolutely no wind today. So we're just kind of cruising up the coast. The yacht club. The isthmus behind us. Oh yeah. That's the fire department, this is the sheriff's department, huh? All right, we're here at the Isthmus, Two Harbors. It's been a great day today. Went for a little hike, but kind of uneventful. Other than that, hasn't been the greatest weather, but we made the best out of it. Getting ready to barbecue up some steaks. I got Dad down in the kitchen, working on some potatoes, and it's just kind of a great day. Not a lot of boats out. But a great day. Just a great day of spending time with my dad and getting out on the boat today. So Good stuff. It's been a little while since I went out. Unfortunately, my wife had an accident and she ended up in the hospital for a little bit, and that's just part of life. So had to take a little time away from the boat, but back out here now and doing good. If you guys ever get the opportunity to come on out here, it's definitely a slow-paced environment. They have one restaurant and a bar, but they have some great beach access, and it's just a neat little area to be in. Moorings are more expensive here. In Avalon, they're $62. Here, I think they were $78. But they also provide a taxi shuttle service. I have the dinghy on the boat. I just didn't really feel like going through all the effort to get it in the water, put the engine and stuff on it. So I think it was $7 each way per person here. I think it's $5 each way in Avalon. It's a little bit more pricey here in Two Harbors, but worth it. Worth it. They do have fuel. They have pump out stations. They take trash and everything else. So it's been a good experience. It's my first time back here on the new boat. I did bring the old sailboat here years ago, but it's been a long time and a lot's changed. So that's it. That's it from Two Harbors. Tomorrow morning we'll be sailing out, going back home, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of wind, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, great trip. All right, it's about 7 a.m. in the morning, and we are leaving the isthmus, just untied, and heading back home. See if we can't get there at a decent hour. So, it's Bird Rock, heading on out. As you can see, our weather hasn't changed much. A little drizzle yesterday, but no actual rain. And we'll make breakfast along the way. So not sure how good you can hear me. We got the motor going because there's just really no wind, but it's super rolly out here. I don't know if you can see out the window. There you go. And I'm going to attempt to make some breakfast. So we're going to do some potatoes today, and then some sausage, and a little breakfast scramble. So when I'm on the boat, I like to use, I won't say what the product is, but basically these eggs that are just in a carton, and it keeps me from having to throw away and crack a bunch of eggs and stuff like that down here, so which is a good thing. So yeah, we're gonna do some potatoes and a little egg scramble with some sausage, and the one good thing I like about this boat, as you can see, like most sailboats, it's on a the stove is on like a gimbal, so it makes it kind of easy. But the other thing I like about this boat is it being a center console. I kind of have this settee down here that I can pretty much lean against, and it keeps me stable while I'm on the boat and while I'm cooking. So I got Dad up doing a little watch, and then I'm gonna cook a little breakfast. So here we go. Like I said, not too sure how good you can hear me with the engine going in the background, but I got some stuff cut up for breakfast. Got some avocados, oranges, currently working on the potatoes, which are coming right along, and we're just cruising along. I think I've mentioned it in the past, but this little hatch up above kind of works as a hood system, so it's kind of nice to just crack that open, and doesn't create a bunch of smoke and stuff in here, so it makes it kind of nice as you're cruising along. But we're definitely rocking and rolling today, trying to motor back to Long Beach. So we got potatoes done right there. Now we're doing some sausage, and seeing as we're not doing much sailing, you're just getting double meals. It looks like all we do is cook on Sea-Renity here, but So we actually got about 8 knots of wind, not a lot, but got the sails up, which is good. You'll see I got a reef in it only because my sail's really hard to get up the mast at the very top part, so I'm gonna have to check that out and figure out what's going on with that. But we're doing okay. We're going about 5 knots speed over ground, heading back to Long Beach. So we got the sails up, and we're at about 5 or 6 knots speed over ground, coming up on Long Beach and Port of Los Angeles there. Beautiful day. So just enjoying everything that the boat has to offer for sure. It's been a great weekend with my dad, or weekday I guess. We took a couple days in the week to go out, so we had a great time. So yeah, just really enjoying being out here on the water. And even though we didn't have sunny, beautiful conditions, it was a good time. So one of the things I've talked about in the past is I got this boat to get out and truly enjoy life and be out on the ocean and to relax a little bit. I've mentioned before that my wife got sick a couple years ago. I don't think I've gotten too into detail, but she had a brain aneurysm about 5 years ago. She's one of the largest surviving brain aneurysm patients in all of California, with a 30 millimeter brain aneurysm. Most brain aneurysms are fatal between 5 and 8 millimeters in size. And so it's pretty amazing that she's still here with us. And she's paralyzed on one side, but she does pretty good all in all, with a lot of physical therapy. She needs a lot of assistance, so I'm pretty much her primary caregiver, along with working 24-hour shifts in the fire department. And I wanted to come on here and just say that it truly takes a village, to work through that. And I've been so fortunate to have my brothers and sisters in the fire department and the police department that have been there for me and supported me and supported my family. And if I didn't have them, truly I don't know where I'd be with that all today. But when I was out here for our last Catalina trip, unfortunately my wife took a fall and had another brain bleed. So we were in ICU and had another brain surgery and a couple other things that we had to take care of. And so luckily this last couple days I was able to find somebody to help me take care of her. Her sister came down and was able to take care of her so that I could go with my dad over to the island and enjoy this lifestyle. And if you're a caregiver, you know how draining that can be and how much effort it takes to make sure that you're taking care of your loved ones and that you're there for them, but that you also have to take care of yourself, and make sure that you're taken care of. So if you're a caregiver, I highly suggest that, as difficult as it is to do, that you find a hobby or you find some way to have some personal time, because you have to do that to stay healthy for yourself. And while, I want to be there 24/7 to take care of my wife, it's near impossible. And I think what it would do is truly make such an impact on our relationship that it wouldn't be a good thing. So that's one of the main reasons, I got this boat, so that I could go out and do some of this stuff, have that little bit of a break. So just wanted to come on here and say that. So if you have been through a similar situation or anything, please feel free to reach out to me, direct message me, hit me up on social media. You want to go out on a boat, or you just need a break, or you want to talk about things, once again, hit me up and let's get out, because everybody should be able to have a little personal me time and get away a little bit. So And my wife's been great. She totally understands. As a matter of fact, we're rushing back today because it is my 26th wedding anniversary. So I've been married 26 years. And, unfortunately, your life can change that fast. And my wife wasn't even 50 when her brain aneurysm happened. So I highly suggest that you continue with regular checkups. Check with the doctor, and if something doesn't seem right, be your own patient advocate. Make sure that you might talk to your doctor and get the tests and stuff that you need. So, enough about that. Let's enjoy this
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want you to know. Secret stars.
So if you saw earlier, and I think I might have even mentioned it, I get about a little more than 3/4 of the way up the mast with my main, and for some reason it's just getting really sticky up there. And so I've tried to use the sail lube or the track lube, and that's always hit or miss. But it gets stuck. Like the last 2.5 feet, probably 2.5, maybe even 3 feet. There's so much tension on that line. I'm open to suggestions or ideas before I have to get my fat butt up the mast to figure out what's going on with it. But all the slides seem to be working good right up until that last like 2.5 feet. And so that's why you see a lot of times on my sail I'll keep a reef in it because I just don't have that effort, and I definitely don't want to break the line to figure out what's going on. So if you have any ideas or suggestions or things that are going on or ways to fix it, please let me know. Put a comment down below, and I really appreciate it. As always, you guys, please, it helps me out so much if you subscribe and like these videos. Just hit that like button right down at the side here, or the subscribe button, which is always in that bottom corner at any time. I really appreciate it, and give me suggestions or ideas that you might have for future videos. I'd love to kind of go through it. Like I said, this is my hobby and peacefulness out here. So I'm looking for ideas and suggestions. And if there's first responders of any type that want to go out, learn how to sail, go over to the island, or caregivers where you just need a break, please reach out to me, send me a message, and I'd love to share the opportunities with other people. Thanks, guys.
There's a Carnival friend there. Came in a couple weeks ago. Used to be a Costa ship owned by Carnival, and now it sails out of Long Beach to Avalon and Ensenada. So, sailing to Long Beach. I'm actually going out on it here in the next couple weeks. So yeah, new boat.
Thank you guys so much for joining me on these adventures and bearing with me as I learn all the aspects of filming, documenting, and posting it up on YouTube. I really appreciate all the likes, all the follows, all the subscriptions, and most importantly, the comments, all positive, left below. Please continue to follow, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, may the anchor hold you and the wind push you. Until next time.